So this is the story, or the case.
The case.
This is the case of the disappearing wastebaskets. Of disappearing wastebaskets. You're probably sitting there thinking to yourself, what is he on now? What is he making up? I swear this actually
this is not made
happened.
up.
And it happened multiple times this summer.
Mm-hmm.
Which was the really weird part that I'm having a really tough time wrapping my head around.
Yeah.
So, midsummer, I want to say, was it just before or just after the 4th of July?
I think it was just after the 4th for the first time this happened.
Something like that.
Right in that neck of the woods.
We're off cleaning bathrooms. You know, we had done Moose Lake, come back, eaten breakfast, you know, done our thing, and then we got in the truck and we're cleaning bathrooms at Black Lake. And we're at what would be from our site the 4th bathroom.
Yeah, I think the one's down by the beach.
Yeah, the one's by the beach, just past the pump. If you've watched our walkthrough of Black Lake, it'd be the one across from 13 next to site 14.
Yeah,
and across from
that
15.
set.
That set. And we're cleaning these bathrooms, and
I go into one.
you went into one. I'm cleaning what would be bathroom number 5.
Yeah, I walked into bathroom number 6, started, looking around. Okay, we need toilet paper. What do we need? Glanced down, didn't see the wastebasket. Thought, okay, Travis grabbed it, took it out, and hasn't brought it back in yet.
And that happens.
It happens.
We each have our roles, you know. She goes in and assesses what it needs for toilet paper. I go in and I start picking up the garbage, and I take the basket out and I change it. So it makes sense for you to assume that I took this basket.
Right.
I haven't been in that bathroom yet.
No. I go back in, spray the riser down, open it up, look, and happen to notice what was inside it.
The basket.
Yep.
Somebody thought it would be funny, or they were bored or something. I've got a very good suspect of who did this, but either way, they thought, let's throw the basket in the garbage. In the pit. And people have gone to the bathroom on top of it.
Yeah.
So this thing's kind of nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my brother works for a septic company, so I know from experience of listening to him how irritated septic guys get when there's stuff like that in the pit.
Yep.
It messes up their hoses. So in my head, I'm going, all right, I've got to do the right thing and get this thing out. It's 6 feet down the hole, by the way. How the heck am I going to get it? Well, we had one of those. I'll have to show you this summer, but it's probably 3 feet long, and it's got a handle and a pincher that goes.
One of those grabby thingies.
Yeah. So I grabbed that thing and I pulled my sleeve up, and I've got gloves on, and I reached down into that pit with the grabby thingy and managed to snag that basket. Now, a sane person probably would have just transported that thing to the dumpster and told the Forest Service we need a new one.
We need a new one. Yeah.
I never claimed to be sane.
Nope.
I, with gloves on, took the bag off and threw the bag away, and then used the pinchy thing to drag the thing off into the woods, where I hosed it down with the spray 9, and then I took the battery-powered pressure washer and I washed it.
Scrubbed that thing
I
good.
scrubbed it. I mean, it was cleaner than it probably had been for years.
Yeah.
Put a new bag on it, put it back in the bathroom, moved on with life.
The rest of that weekend, no more problems.
Nope, there was.
No, this was the second time. Different weekend.
No, it was that weekend.
Was it the same weekend?
It was the same
think
weekend.
It was a different weekend,
No,
though.
because it happened twice that weekend.
I don't remember.
I do.
Anyway.
So, we got it cleaned up. It's good. And I should mention there's a family in the campground that is letting their children be a little, shall we say, feral?
Yeah.
Feral children. Don't get me wrong, I've got no problem with people coming in if their kids are well behaved and their kids are riding their bikes around, or they're down by
campground,
they're down by the dam fishing, whatever. That's fine. But if your kids are hollering at the top of their lungs, zooming through occupied campsites, taking rocks as big as my head and throwing them off the dam. And by the way, bouncing them off the dam, you could hear the
boom through the whole
through the whole
campground.
campground. I start to have a problem with it. And I'm pretty sure it was those kids that put that wastebasket in the pit.
Right.
And the reason I think that is the next day in the evening, I used the pit toilet across from our site.
By our site, yep.
By our site. The basket was in there.
Yep.
I came out and I started visiting with some guests that were fishing down by the dam.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched one of those
These
kids
kids
go
They
in
were
there.
hanging out around there.
Yep, they went into the pit, into the bathroom, and like 2 or 3 of their friends were hanging around outside. I'm like, all right, fine, they're waiting for their friend,
Yeah.
whatever. They were in there for a while too.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a pretty good conversation going. Kids come out, they go on their way. One of our daughters goes in behind them. A couple minutes later, they come up and go, Dad, the wastebasket is in the pit.
Yep.
So, to recap, I was in there and the wastebasket was there. The very next people that were in there were those kids. And then our daughter went in and the basket was gone.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure I know who did this.
Yes.
So, same thing. You would think, same person. Get the Forest Service truck, use your pinchers, pull the thing out, and just throw it away. Tell the Forest Service I need a new basket. Nope. Drug it off into the woods, sprayed it down,
Cleaned it
washed it,
again.
cleaned it, put it back in the pit.
Yep.
Put it back in the outhouse. Went on
Yep.
with life. Ran into these kids probably half hour, 40 minutes after.
Something like that, yeah.
And they were near their site and talked to the kids, and of course the kids denied it. Nope, wasn't us. And I said, all right, well, that's fine. Just if you see something,
If you
can you
know
let me know?
something, let us know.
Let me know. And later on, when I was wandering around on my own, I stopped into the site that those kids were with, and I said, can't prove it was your kids, but can you do me a favor and watch them a little bit closer, because twice in the last 2 days, I've had wastebaskets end up in my
Yep.
pits.
Yep.
And the reason I think it was your kids is, and I laid out. I went to the bathroom by my site. They went in after me, and then my daughters went in. The basket was there when I was there.
Yep.
And of course the parents were like, "Oh no, our kids would never do that." No. I'm like, I said I can't prove it. I'm just saying. There's some evidence that would suggest that it's them. Could you please keep a little bit better eye
Right.
on them? I got no problem if they're riding around fishing, but if they're throwing my baskets into the pit, that could cost the Forest Service a lot of money, because the septic company's gonna have a problem.
Yep.
And I mean, they were okay. They were good about it. They didn't, swear, and I didn't swear. It was an adult to adult conversation. But it happened
Yeah.
twice. Fast forward, about a month, beginning of August now?
I think so.
It happened again!
Yeah.
So, had I not been insane and washed these baskets, it would have been 3 waste baskets.
I think the last one we did end up throwing out, though.
Did we?
I think, because I think it had been in there a lot longer.
You're right. We did pitch that one.
Yeah, the last one we
pitch
did
that
end
one.
up
That one
pitching.
was so
was
nasty.
beyond
You're right. We did pitch that one.
beyond your level of insanity.
I'm insane. I'm not that crazy. So yeah, that was the case of the disappearing waste baskets.
Mhm.
And I guess the takeaway I have from this story that I want to share with you, especially if you're someone that takes your family out to the outdoors to enjoy, the outdoors, remember that kids, when they're bored, will make their own fun.
Yep.
So make sure that when you bring your kids, because I've got no problem with that. Our kids spend all summer out there. Make sure that you have things for them to do.
Or make sure they understand what's appropriate for making your own fun and what isn't.
Did we understand that when we were that age?
Probably not.
I mean,
But
I
you
would
know
don't
what
know
I
that I
mean,
would have
though.
thrown a wastebasket in the garbage, but
You know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. But my point is, rather
Set
than
the guidelines. Set the boundaries.
like, for example, when we go to Michigan,
Yep.
my mom is the activity queen.
Oh, yeah.
She has activities planned like you wouldn't believe, and it's because she doesn't want the kids to get bored.
Right.
So if you are someone that has kids that get bored, plan some activities. Don't just set them loose and expect them to find their own fun, because in a campground like ours, there is no playground.
No.
So be prepared with some activities. Take them fishing. Don't just hand them a tackle box and say go.
Yeah.
So take them fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Take them on a hike around the lake and wear them out.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that'll do it.
If like Maddie, she loves art.
Oh, yeah.
Bring some coloring books, some art supplies, bring some craft supplies, and make a dream catcher or something. You know, plan those activities. Give the kids something to do, so that more waste baskets don't go missing.
No.